Hello, everyone. Welcome to Make It Change. Today, I'll talk about how to use the Mega Backdoor Roth. This is a technique I learned about a few years ago and have been making use of myself, and I thought that I would share the knowledge. Right at the very beginning, I'll say this is not financial advice. You should seek out a certified financial planner, CFP, of your own and follow their recommendations and also create a budget to figure out what you have to work with. So the definition for the mega backdoor Roth, it's a method to allow people to make use of the maximum annual limit for contributions to a 401k plan. And that is saying quite a bit. And I'm going to step through what the pieces of understanding, how to understand this. It's independent. This is the way that I think of it, is that it's independent of the type of account, the 401k account, the IRA account, and is more defined by the tax classification the money gains, Roth. There's Roth 401k, there's Roth IRA, two separate account types. The word Roth there indicates the tax advantage that those dollars have. So basic understanding, the IRS defines the 401k system itself, which is separate, in my mind, to how an employer implements the 401k in their 401k plans that are offered to employees. The 401k, as defined by the IRS, has a maximum contribution limit of $58,000 per year. This video is being recorded in 2021, and these are the numbers for 2021. It allows a maximum employee pre-tax contribution of $19,500 per year. It allows employer matching contributions, and it allows employee after-tax contributions up to the maximum limit. This might be surprising for people if many people don't know that you can make after-tax contributions to your 401k beyond the pre-tax. Or if you're making after-tax contributions into a Roth 401k and you're maxing out 19,500, there is another after-tax contribution that you can make to the 401k, that a person can make to a 401k. That's not what I do, but it is possible. So it's more complex than just the basic understanding. The employer 401k plans may or may not allow after-tax contributions. Some do, some don't. There are articles written out there about the percentage that allow them, but you can imagine as time moves forward, probably more employer plans are allowing it. Employer 401k plans that allow the after-tax contributions usually limit the amount of employee after-tax contributions to a percentage of salary. That does limit the amount of after-tax contributions the employee can make use of. That's how it is for me. I'm not going to say what my 401k plan allows, but it is a percentage of salary. It's not a dollar amount where I can set it myself and decide how much of that additional headroom I can make use of. The employer 401k plans may or may not allow for in-service distributions to an external Roth IRA. Now, these words and these concepts might be alien. There are going to be links in the description where you can read more about these things. But the useful phrases to pay attention to here are in-service distributions. This means while you're still working, while the 401k plan is still active, being able to make an in-service distribution out of the 401k plan to another type of account, the Roth IRA. The account is IRA. Some allow that and some don't. Mine does not. Employer 401k plans may or may not allow for after-tax contribution conversion to Roth 401k. So here, pay attention to the words after-tax contribution conversion. really active word here is conversion. So this is within the 401k plan. If there's an after-tax contribution, does the plan allow a conversion to Roth 401k of the after-tax contribution? All right, so there are some necessities that have to be in place before anyone, and particularly me, can make use of the Mega Backdoor Roth. The Mega Backdoor Roth requires these elements. Employer 401k plan allows after-tax contributions. The employer 401k plan allows either in-service distribution to a Roth IRA or after-tax contribution conversion to Roth 401k. So here I have an asterisk, and I really recommend, just like I did, actually read the 401k plan of the employer. They have to release the information, to us. I'll say me, and it's daunting, because I had never read this kind of material before, but I knew sort of some keywords to look for, so I knew what I was looking for just to discover whether the 401k plan allows these things, contains these things, or doesn't, and then what flavor. And I'll describe kind of what I mean by flavor later. But my recommendation, if anyone is listening to this and curious, is to actually download and read the 401k plan or call your HR department. They're going to know the ins and outs of the benefits that are offered, and they should be able to answer these questions. They may refer a person to the actual 401k provider themselves, and that's fine. That's good guidance. But starting with a call to HR or reading the plan yourself is good to do. Then, of course, another necessity is having the excess income after maxing out the 401k and the Roth IRA contributions. This is definitely an after kind of item. Well, this is the way that I view it, and this is the way that I structure my finances. After I have funded the 401k and funded the IRA and funded the HSA, well, the HSA should probably be in that list, then this is another thing, but it is far down the list of priorities. All right, so the Mega Backdoor Roth in action. Here, I have the HSAs, so max out the 401k pre-tax contribution, or if you're doing the after-tax contribution to fund the Roth 401k, still the limit is $19,500 per year. Then, max out an IRA account. Maybe it's traditional or maybe it's Roth. That's $6,000 per year. These are all before 50 numbers. Then max out the HSA at $3,650 per year. $3,650 per year. If you have access to an HSA, and if you have high deductible healthcare, then you'll, as I understand it, you'll have access to an HSA. So then do the after-tax 401k contribution up to a percentage of salary. That's mostly how 401k plans are written, is as a percentage of salary. And then do the allowed in-service distribution to the Roth IRA, an external account, or conversion within the 401k plan of the after-tax contribution to the Roth 401k. All right, so here's a working example. So in this example, a 401k plan allows, and just so it's said, this is not my 401k plan. This is not what I do. This is just a made up example, but it illustrates how this works. The 401k plan allows up to 5% after-tax contributions and conversion to Roth 401k 4 times a year. And that's it. In this working example, the 401k plan does not allow in-service distributions. So that means that you're not going to do an in-service distribution to the Roth IRA. The important part, and this is why I say this method, the Mega Backdoor Roth, is independent of the type of account, 401k or IRA, and is more about the tax definition, the tax definition that the money falls under being Roth. All right, so the pre-tax 401k contribution of 19,500 per year, the employer match here in this example being $7,000 per year, and then the after-tax 401k contribution that the person has elected at up to 5% of after-tax contributions of $5,000. Then, because this plan allows for a conversion 4 times per year, then this person would convert in, just to keep it orderly, March, June, September, and December, the after-tax contributions to the Roth 401k. And then at the end of the year, they end up with the Roth 401k balance of 5,000, let's say, which is the same as their after tax. So at the end of the year, their after tax 401k would be $0 and the Roth 401k would be $5,000. All right, so here are kind of the working results. So a person ends up in this example with pre-tax 401k of 19,500, the employer match of 7,000 per year, and then at the end of the year, Roth 401k of $5,000 at the end of the year, and then also the person separately in the separate account has their Roth IRA contribution of $6,000 per year. So you can see that the money designated as Roth in a year nearly doubles up to $11,000. And when leaving the employer, the Roth 401k will roll into the Roth IRA. So to me, this is very interesting. Yes, I think this is the last slide. So I think this is very interesting. It's a method to just classify more dollars under that really good Roth definition. Instead of only being able to put $6,000 per year under Roth definition, a person is able to put some number more than that under the Roth definition. So here in this example, the person is able to make use of up to 5% of their salary to do after-tax contributions to their 401k, and they can convert it 4 times a year, the after-tax portion, to Roth 401k, putting it under that Roth definition. Then the effect is in that year, they've done 11,000 of contributions to a Roth definition. So I think that's just fascinating and very useful. And in the description, there are a couple of links to read more about it. And I'm going to say, if you found this useful at all or eye-opening, please like and subscribe. That helps the channel grow. And good luck. Have a great day.